Seahawks versus Patriots.
New England's played 11 games this season against teams that eventually fired their coach. So it's not that they played average teams. New England built up a lot of their credibility against teams that were in chaos. Drake May, in games that he throws 35 or more, and they don't want him to. I think he's going to have to. He's 1-7. And he is the most sacked quarterback in the league, including the playoffs. He's the first quarterback with 5+ giveaways and 15+ sacks ever taken in a single postseason. And I'd argue Seattle's defense is better. The Seahawks have led for 113 of the 120 minutes, so they'll probably take a lead. Okay? The 3 games they lose in the regular season, they lost them by a total of 9 points, 1 to the Rams. They're 10-0, best in the league when committing 1 or fewer turnovers. That's the secret here. Can New England force 2? Their defense allows 3.8 yards per rush. I can't get past that. Drake May is going to have to play a nearly flawless game with 1 or no turnovers, and most of it will have to be from deep in the pocket. I don't think you can bubble screen Seattle to death. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win close. I think it's low scoring. I think Seattle's capable of making mistakes. A very young team. 24-20 Seattle. Still like the Patriots, plus the points and the under. And I do think Seattle, the second youngest team in the league, makes mistakes.
Okay, Colin Cowherd has been criticizing the Seahawks for making too many mistakes since week 1. And honestly, it's been annoying. I went on a rant about it when he used that as a reason to take them out of his top 10, and I lost it when he predicted they'd lose to the Commanders. But now it's interesting, he just switched his pick. Literally yesterday, he was picking the Patriots to win. Now, in the final hour, he's changed his mind and is picking the Seattle Seahawks to take down the New England Patriots. Here's the foundation of my take on this matchup. The Seattle Seahawks are in this position, the Super Bowl, for a reason that has nothing to do with accident, convenience, good fortune, or luck. The only lucky break you could maybe point to is the Vikings being dumb enough to let Sam Darnold walk. But that's a different kind of luck. Once the season started, their success was no accident. The Seahawks are an elite, special, and stacked team. We get tripped up because we don't know all their names as well. Jackson Smith-Njigba is still young. Cooper Kupp is great but older, so people downplay him. Mike McDonald is a defensive coach, and a young one, which inherently creates doubt because we haven't seen him in a Super Bowl as a head coach, shutting down a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. We don't have that frame of reference for him yet. And then there's Sam Darnold. People still don't know what to make of him. He's the face of this unknown factor, along with other players who aren't household names like, say, the Eagles' stars were last year. When the Eagles were called stacked, everyone knew A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Lane Johnson, Saquon Barkley. Those are established brands. The Seahawks don't have that same recognition, so even when they dominate, people hesitate to call them stacked. Colin himself is a perfect example of this flip-flopping. Last year he had such little belief in the Eagles he said they wouldn't even get to the red zone. Then they won, and everyone said, well, of course they won. They're stacked. How does that make sense? If they were stacked, why the extreme doubt beforehand? That's what I want to emphasize. The Seahawks are the best team in the NFL. It sounds crazy to some people because the 2 number 1 seeds this year were the Broncos and Seahawks, and frankly both should be in the Super Bowl. But people don't believe they were the 2 best teams. They'll say, well, the Broncos didn't even make it, ignoring that Bo Nix got injured. And for the Seahawks, many still believe the Rams are better. I guarantee if you polled neutral fans, a ton would pick the Rams over the Seahawks even now. People aren't appreciating how great, battle-tested, resilient, and dominant the Seahawks have been all season long. I've watched every single game and they've proven themselves repeatedly. Now, this isn't to say the Patriots accidentally arrived. I've defended and praised Drake May and the Patriots all season. They've had an easier path in some ways, and that's okay. Many Super Bowl winners have benefited from favorable circumstances. It's not a knock. you can still celebrate their success. But when you compare these two teams, the only reason to doubt the Seahawks is a lack of confidence in players and a coach you don't know as well. Mike Macdonald is a young defensive coach. If he were an offensive mind, people would be comparing him to Sean McVay. Clint Kubiak is popular, but doesn't have the super genius aura of a Ben Johnson. Sam Darnold's story is seen as a redemption arc, not proof he's a top 3 quarterback. There's a lack of deep belief. But here's the reality, the Seahawks are fundamentally the better team. If both teams play their best game, the Seahawks win by multiple scores. The Patriots only win if the Seahawks don't play their best, whether due to self-inflicted mistakes or being disrupted by New England. I find it hard to imagine a scenario where the Seahawks play an awesome, clean game and still lose. If they lose, it'll be because they made too many mistakes, had a devastating turnover, or just weren't at their best. That's football, especially in a one-game, winner-takes-all Super Bowl where every snap matters. I can't wait for this game. I think a lot of people are going to be introduced to who the Seattle Seahawks really are on Sunday. But what do you think? Now that Colin is picking the Seahawks, do you agree? Let me know in the comments. Agree or disagree? Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. It really helps. Thanks for watching. Thanks for